fast. So all the barracks are just now done, but the Roaches are going to come down here like a sledgehammer, and they're probably going to force this command center lift off. We don't even have any medevacs in the game yet.
Yeah,
there's two that are about to come out, but just, for some emphasis here, that's how greedy Maru was. So let's see how this Roach timing actually does.
+1 Carapace and Roach speed going to be finishing at basically the same time here for Rogue. Now Maru with these Hellions is scouting the push, 3 more barracks in production, so Maru eventually, he's going to start ramping up that production, but as soon as his +1 Carapace hits, that +1 attack advantage that Maru has on the Marines, they're going to be tickling the Roaches again. It's a big difference having an upgrade advantage versus equal upgrades. Carapace just now finishing the moment that Rogue pounces on this third base. Stim coming in, only 1 Marauder adding in DPS against the armored units here. And a lot of SCVs falling already, 7. There is 1 siege tank here in the natural expansion, but Maru's certainly going to have to forfeit the third base. He's going to have to forfeit all the depots here on the ground.
Yeah, and this is going to be a supply block now.
Wow.
And I don't think he needs to do more than this. Is he going to try to force his way in? 3 Ravager shots will kill a tank. So what he's going to do is he's just going to take the depots out. Is he going to go try to take 1 more in here before he tries to shove? There's a double drop coming in here onto the side.
Rogue is not transitioning out of this, by the way. He is not going back into drone production. He's just queuing up more Roaches. 12 more Roaches just queued. I love this move by Maru going for the counterattack, but Rogue recognizes that means there isn't a lot here in the front. Biles connect with the tanks. 1 of them goes down, but with this arc, Maru barely hanging on here in the natural expansion. He didn't lose a ton of SCVs. Focus fire right now on the Roaches there with the siege tank maximizing the damage, and by a thread, he is holding on just before 2-2 finishes, but on Rogue's side of the map, the double drop, yes, he did kill a hatchery, but Rogue is still sitting at 63 drones. I don't know if Maru's going to be able to get enough momentum to push forward.
Yeah, well, this drop's going to be stopped, right?
I mean, 2-2 is done now, so it's going to trade a lot better here with these Roaches, but there's just so much coming in here from Rogue. I think Maru might have been expecting Rogue to maybe even transition a little bit into the drones, but no, it's just more army coming out. Even now, even in this moment, 10 more Roaches, 12 more Roaches getting queued.
Good lord, this 2-2 Marines are so strong.
It's a big difference.
It's so unnatural looking watching them just plow through this. The problem though is that, once Rogue winds up, the next attack, it should be really hard for Maru to stop. Maru's not on 3 bases. He lost a lot of SCVs. He's on 36 workers. Now, Rogue isn't all in, but he's definitely trying to end the game right now. He's not investing in anything in the future other than this extra hatchery, which I think he just had the minerals for. So he just sort of throws this down here.
I don't know if he can actually break Maru, though. As long as Maru is sitting on the 2 bases and he doesn't try and go out to that third, I don't think that Rogue can push through this very small angle of attack with the siege tanks all the way in the back and stop a Maru that has 2-2.
Barely anything mining as far as gas goes.
And with the upgrade advantage, Maru is eventually going to outscale Rogue. Roaches and Ravagers, they power spike early, but as soon as Maru starts to get close to triple-digit army supply, those Roaches and Ravagers, they're going to melt. And let's not forget, it's not just 2-2. 3-3 is on the way now for Maru.
Very true.
And yes, he did lose a lot of SCVs, but that third orbital, this entire time it has been reproducing those SCVs. So the mining for Maru, he's only just a pace behind Rogue. It's 2K to 2.5K right now on the board. There is a world where Maru, if he can weather the storm for the next couple of minutes, is just able to outclass the army of Rogue because it is just Roach Ravager.
Wait, we're only just now going to have this third base land as 3-3 is close to finishing. So, basically Rogue couldn't attack in on the 2 bases because of the turtle position. That might be different once his third base is down here. There might be a wide open target that he wants to try to take on.
Yeah, I think Rogue might try to seize the moment, but
a lot of tanks down here.
Yeah, and it's mostly a Roach army. There are only 5 Ravagers on the board.
It's 3 Ravager shots to kill a tank. The Ravager shots, by the way, earlier were like weirdly staggered.
I think
normally you see like 3, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, they just couldn't get in range. They were just maybe like half a range away from hitting it all at the same time because it's such an awkward choke to push in. But now Rogue coming in with a 360 surround. Will he have enough? 3-3 just now finishing here from Maru. So these Marines packing such a punch. And the class of this army that Maru's got, even with a +2 Carapace coming in from
it's
Rogue.
Crazy. Like, I think that there's a world where Rogue can lose this game. It's like, oh my god, he's going to counter push. Dude, I think actually Maru might win this game.
Dude, it's the upgrades.
He's going to get Banes, but like, Maru has no problem kiting Banes.
Yeah, Maru was basically on the brink of death, but
Yeah.
he barely survived, and now
Oh,
all
God.
of that early greed.
There's so many Ravagers morphing, which is going to give him a lot of time to set this up. He's going to fan the tanks out. He's going for this hatchery.
All right, Maru pushing in. That's a really big concave there for Rogue. Some nice dodges there on the
Dude.
bios. There are so many siege tanks, though.
The Banes are just literally not getting
Look
close
at
to
the focus
anything.
fire on the Banelings. Maru gets basically every single one of them. It's
Did he just win?
Ravagers.
I think he just won the game.
Dude,
What?
so sick.
This is hilarious. Oh my God. I can't believe this.
68 army supply to 48. Maru at 34.
He's a
SCVs.
legend. He's such a legend. This is so sick.
I love you, Maru.
Oh my God. I can't believe how good this is. Drones are being pulled.
You know, more Roaches and Ravagers coming in. Bailing speed only just now finishing. It's like every single Marine and Marauder here is a personal medevac. And even though the economy right now for Maru is not great, the army's just so strong.
I mean, now Rogue has shrunk down to Maru's size and supply, but Maru's going to be pumping on these 3
It
bases.
is so scrappy. We have more medevacs than Bio, it feels like, here on the ground.
He's stimming Marines across the map.
Yeah, Marines being produced 12 at a time. There are only 19 Marines in total on the board. And Maru very wisely now at the 12 o'clock position will be going after these drones. He takes down that hatchery, able to kill a lot more workers here, kiting forward again. Don't want to get a little bit too ambitious here, Maru. There is a world still where Rogue is able to focus down enough of this bio that he can stabilize because the firepower is slowing down. Now the 75 army supply here for Maru is a little bit disingenuous because 12 of it is in medevacs, right? The actual DPS of the army isn't that high in this moment, but give Maru like 1 more minute to muster up a couple Liberators, a lot more Marines and Marauders, and Rogue is going to be hard-pressed to fight this army again. What a crazy game, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Rogue's hanging on, but it's really hard to imagine him winning this. God, this base is so abusable, by the way. Oh my God.
Some nice files, though. I think another siege tank went down there on the flank, and now Rogue going to try and come here on the right side. A lot of movement here for Maru to be able to kite back. Going to focus fire on the Ravagers. GG is called. Rogue trying to hold on, but Maru stealing the show. From the brink of death back at home, where he had like less than a dozen Marines, maybe 1 or 2 siege tanks, just trying to stop with the full SCV pull, that push of the natural expansion. And then finally when 3-3 kicks in, he's like, okay, now is my time.
Yeah.
That's what